Curro is next. We talk about them in this sector because, hell, it's sort of related. It is a school operator, private schooling here in South Africa, established as recently as 1998, and it's been on quite a mad growth spurt, basically raising a lot of money, building a lot of schools, buying a few existing schools, trying to get its total number of learners up to a significant number. The market capitalization is 15.5 billion rand. A significant part of that market cap is owned by the PSG group. That, of course, is the heritage of the company. They were the sort of progenitors of the whole group. Trades on a price to earnings ratio through the roof of 141.84, not in dividend paying mode. In fact, they don't give you cash. They phone you like once a year and say, you must give us cash. I mean, the interesting thing is a great business, right? But it is quite capital intensive.
Oof, 141. That is not the roof. That's the sky.
through the rocket launcher.
Oh, gee-whiz. You know what is interesting about private sector education in this country is that, like we mentioned during the break, that there's still a small amount of people that
it's tiny. They've got like 7 or 8 or something thousand learners.
That's it. I think
it's
it's
millions.
10 schools, 12.
It's more now. I think it's got about 40 or something if you add up all of them. But I mean, if you add that lot together, it's still like a tiny drop in a bucket compared to the number of scholars out there.
I think the business of private schooling is based on how the economy of the country is. Because obviously, any parent that wants to afford their children a very good, healthy education, they would want to spend a bit more money for it. So I reckon if the economy was growing at a better rate than what is it now? So 0.4.
Yeah.
So when they started at that period, we were still pretty good, weren't we? I think we were sitting at 2.5%, 3%. So you could see that the middle class, your base, which is the middle class, who can afford, it's a parent that can afford to take their kids to the private school institutions. So they prefer that because they know the kids are going to get better quality education. But at the moment, because they're suppressed by the economy, they're not able to do that. And some of them have been changed.
Pressure.
Exactly. They moved to government
What
schools.
Curro, I think, has done well is that they've tiered it. So they've got sort of, different bands of service for different potential customers.
That's it.
And the other thing about them is that they do have a relatively good pool of public sector trained teachers in this country to recruit. So they've done well. My only point about capital intensity is that, it's a long and arduous process to build up a school because you've got to develop the buildings, you've got to create the parking lots, you've got to put the damn sports fields in.
You need a big brother.
The land itself.
You need a big brother, and PSG is that brother.
They've got PSG. They also have a funding relationship with Old Mutual with the PRC and other people who have come to the party.
That's it.
Share price, though. Let's look at this thing. It's been on a trot. It's been on a trot indeed. It currently trades at around 40 rands a share. It was briefly higher, but it is expensive, and you are buying the management team's ability to go on delivering. How do you feel?
And building, and so you're also going into construction as well, to some extent, aren't you?
I know that they've secured land in some instances, which they plan to develop in future years.
I think that the intelligence behind the business is to offer a service that a lot of South Africans do want to access, but it is so dependent on them having a very strong base of middle class for it to actually take off. But they haven't done badly. We must not forget.
Now, are you hot on them? Would you buy the
stock?
stock?
Right now, no.
You just think they're sort of in a bit of an in-between phase, quite expensive.
I'm scared of that 141 PE.
The growth might not be so good. Okay.
I'm worried about that.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with hot anyway. I like the story. I think Chris van der Merwe and his colleagues will keep going there.